Hello there.
Well, hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining us on here. Another episode. Ooh, episode 96, man. We're getting close. So close. 96 of the high ground.
Of the
First and
new
foremost,
year.
yeah, I was going to say, first and foremost, our very first episode this year with our good friend Mike here, who is having his triumphant return after ringing in the new year in the most magical of places in this what we call Earth. What is going on, brother? How you doing?
The most magical and the most expensive place on
Yeah.
earth.
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that. But hey,
Ouch.
you know what? Yeah, I hear you. But I kept seeing your stories, and I'm like, man, I'm just living vicariously through you, man. Because dang, that looked fun.
Oh, it was fun. It definitely was fun. We've done it a few times in the past around the same time of a
Cool.
year, but this year was crazy packed. Like I've never
No
seen
way.
crowds the way it was.
Dang.
So COVID is no longer a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's full blast, taking their vacation, YOLO it up.
Yeah. Right.
Good times.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all got to do it. But yeah, dude, that very much so, man. Yeah, it's like, I mean, COVID was what, 5 years ago? Not even like 4 years ago, technically, right?
Yeah.
And it just seems like it never happened, bro. Like it's, um, I was talking to somebody about at work about 2021, like around this time during 2021, and remember it was when we had the real bad like winter storm here in the state, and people lost power for days and days, and some people actually perished because they couldn't find shelter, like shelters overflowed, hotels were overbooked, all of that stuff, right? And so I was talking to him about how like Facebook kept blowing up with posts of people just saying, hey, I'll rent a room at your house if you got power, right? um, and I remember distinctly back then because we only lost power for like just over half a day. Like it really wasn't bad for us. Um, we didn't even go a full 24 hours without power. So we had power through most of what people experienced, already a couple of days without power. And I remember thinking, I'm like, man, that like, we got a couple extra bedrooms and stuff like that. But I remember back then I was like, dude, but like COVID was still in like full
Yeah.
swing. Like it was, there were no vaccines yet. Like, or I'll take that back. There were some, but they were still pretty like how do you call it? Like exclusive to like, health
Older.
workers and
Yeah.
and like first responders and stuff like that, right? So it wasn't like massively distributed. So I was telling my coworker, I was like, yeah, dude, this is around this time of the year, but in 2021, and I'm like, man, it doesn't even sound like it's been that long ago. But holy crap, a lot has happened, in those,
Heck yeah.
in those last 4 years or whatever it is. Um, yeah. So you just reminded me when you said it right now because I was like, yeah, I was literally just talking about this like 2 days ago or yesterday actually. Um, but yeah, crazy how times flies. But here we are, 2025, uh, the year of Pacific Rim, the year of um, what was the other one we said last time? It was oh my lord, I'm blanking out. Was it Buck Rogers when they
Oh
launched him
man, it might have
initially?
been.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw this meme and I should have said it. It was like a solid like four, maybe five, like different franchises, and everything happens like this year. I think it was a Call of Duty, if I remember correctly, like one of the future, Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like, man, we're in for a year if if all this comes together. I mean, Pacific Rim alone, right? Giant monsters and giant robots. I mean, I'm ready. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
If kaiju's start coming out of the ocean,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
no kidding, right? Yeah, I'm excited. But dude, yeah, it's I keep saying it, and 2025 just keeps sounding so far off, like so futuristic, right? But here we are. So this is again our first show here together. Feels good to be back. We got a few things to talk about tonight, a few things we want to cover. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the Bunker Bunch for joining us here tonight. I hope that first of all, y'all are staying warm wherever you are. Um, it's getting kind of cold out here, in San
Yeah,
Antonio.
I'm in my house and I still have my jacket on just in case.
Same here, man.
Traumatized.
So yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, I uh, I went downstairs and it was like a solid like 3 degree difference. I was like, ooh, nope, and I
Mhm.
grabbed the jacket. Um, and so yeah, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, definitely, a lot of places are much colder than we are. I know that, but y'all are a little bit more prepared for it than we are. So,
Yeah, Texas
so
ain't built for anything below 50. Like
yeah,
after that,
exactly. Then
you shut it
it's like
down.
whoop whoop, nope, pump the brakes. We ain't having that. Um, but yeah, man, I'm actually surprised. I just got the email that our district is not shutting down for school. They're like, nope, we'll be here, and I'm like, I don't know if we will, because yeah, I'm like, it's gonna be cold and raining. Yeah, I don't like that combination.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow morning looks like. But we also got a couple of news to cover. We got a new episode, second to last episode of Skeleton Crew, man. It is yeah, just one more to go.
It was fun playing with the trash crabs. And then this
Yeah.
episode definitely took a little bit of a darker turn than I was expecting.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a little bit of a roller coaster, because some of the
Yep.
stuff was pretty goofy. Let's just flat out,
Oh yeah.
call it for what it is. It was just flat out goofy. But then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm like, this is kind of wrapping up in a darker tone than I initially expected. So I kind of enjoyed that, and keeps me on my toes. Don't really know what was going on. But man, one more episode. Does anybody here know the runtime of that last episode? I'm kind of curious. How much of
Hmm.
are we gonna stretch it out to over 45 minutes? Like that first episode, or are we gonna get a little shorty? And just kind of like leave us in a cliffhanger.
Have they mentioned if it's the well, obviously we know it's a season finale, but have they said it's like is it a short series? Is there a season 2 possibility? Like has there been anything to allude to a second season?
To a second season. Yeah, I was actually talking to my kid actually about this earlier today. I haven't seen anything official. I don't know if anybody here, in the chat has. Let us know, because I'll be honest with you. I thought we were gonna get the confirmation after last episode, before
Yep.
this episode that aired yesterday, right? Because normally by the time we're like second to last, episode in the series, we'll hear like, oh yeah, by the way, it's being greenlit, right? Um, and then, but yeah, no, I haven't heard
Nothing.
anything.
Hmm.
I thought we were gonna get it sooner, to be honest with you, just because of how the ratings have been, and the
It's
overall
doing
like
good.
fans
Yeah,
response. Yeah, yeah,
it's
it's been
doing
doing
good.
really good.
I would
Um,
be thrilled to have another season of it. So
I think we will. I think we will. Because well, because I think we're gonna start getting into like Stranger Things territory, where those kids, they're supposed to be 9 and they look 48. That second season. So I don't know, bro. Like if they want to do a second season, they gotta get on it
got
like
it
now.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, this one was shot like 2 years ago, I think, right? So those kids already grew up quite a bit, right? And by the time it takes another more year, to film a second season and post production, all that stuff. So you're talking about like a 3-4 year like age gap, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see some differences for sure.
And that's one
Um,
thing I definitely noticed, like seeing the show, and then I'll see like the actor post
yeah,
something,
the post.
and
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know
is that the same
exactly.
person? Like,
Yeah,
starting to age there. Like, I mean, kids grow up quick. So you're right, man. If they're gonna do
very much
another one,
so.
they got to pull the trigger pretty quick.
Yeah, I think so too, man. So I mean, we know Netflix is wrapping up Stranger Things, right? They're like, all right, man, you guys are starting to have kids of your own. Like, we can't keep this up. Like, so
You're having to shave mid
yeah,
scene because
exactly. Having
the
to,
five
yeah,
o'clock shadow's already coming through.
pretty much, yeah. Between takes, they gotta take a razor to everybody, all the kids. But yeah, But before we jump into our topics for tonight, I do want to jump into the chat because you guys are on fire. You left me in the dust. There's a lot of messages. And remember, I always appreciate y'all taking the time, chat with us, hang out with us here in the bunker. Um, really, really appreciate y'all. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun this year, guys. We got quite the things lined up for this 2025. Um, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun ride, I think. First and foremost, we got the Dad Vader pulling double duty, saying hello there. Also, do notice that you got a little wrench now. I don't know why I had not given you a wrench before. I could have sworn that I had like months ago, and then I was messing with the channel settings, and I'm like, why is he not on the list for moderators? And so I went ahead and corrected that.
Just
Hey,
throw a wrench in there.
yeah, right. We got the recently celebrated Jeff Star Wars Addict 77. Happy belated birthday, brother. Um, tell us here, in the bunker, man, how does it feel to finally be able to purchase alcohol legally? Let us know how 21 is suiting you. So happy birthday again, brother. I hope that you had an awesome one. um a semi warm one, because dang, dude, it is cold out there where you are. um I don't remember where it is. I just remember it's got an NH, and that stands for near Hoth system, because it is freaking cold, bro. Like, seriously. Also, congratulations on getting that ginormous package of awesome. He got the Duel of the Heroes freaking
Oh yeah,
diorama.
I saw him
Yeah.
set it
Oh,
up.
dude, I cannot wait for him to unbox that thing and set it up. It's gonna be in freaking insane. Um, and also, we got Mega Dan Collects. What is going on, man? Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome. We got, whoa, what is this? What
Oh yeah, I
is
just saw that.
this? Tony, what's up, brother? Appreciate y'all. Oh, wait, I think I got a new one. Hold on. Let me see if it works. Was it this one?
That's
Hey,
perfect.
dude. I really, really appreciate you, Tony. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really, really appreciate you. And yeah, guys. So I guess I'll take this opportunity, since Tony did just make use of it. We kind of hit a major milestone here in the channel. We got monetized. So yay us. And by us, I mean us and the whole
All of
community.
us.
All right,
Yeah.
the whole bunker bunch. You guys are awesome. I kept posting about it. Um, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. It's one of those things that you know we uh uh we didn't really start the channel to make money, right? I mean, if I did, then I wouldn't be buying all that stuff, right? Because that's like the dumbest idea ever. Like, watch me spend my money so that I can make a little bit of money, on YouTube. That's just. I'm sorry if that's your plan, by the way, like to get rich. But I want to tell you right now that that math doesn't hold up. Okay. Um, so it's always been, about having fun, about sharing our love, of course, for all things Star Wars. Um, and collecting, and of course you guys know that I talk about some other 80s and 90s goodness, all of that fun stuff. um the last, I feel that the last year, maybe year and a half, it's been really about the community. I feel that we kind of finally found our own, our people. And it's been super fun, talking to some of y'all, meeting some of y'all in person, all of that great stuff.
Definitely.
But having said that, I'll be lying if I wouldn't say that when I started to see those hours kind of creep up, to the threshold, if I wasn't like, you know what, I kind of want to get there now, it's just one of those things, right? It was never, the goal, or it was never the intent, but once you start seeing that, you're like, you know what, I'm almost there. Like, I kind of would like that, now. And so we really appreciate it, because we put out the call to get us over that, small hump very last day of the year, we got our hours right to finally get to finally be able to apply for monetization. And I had a couple of people ask me. So to clarify, we are lightly monetized, right? So we got the first level, I guess. There's two levels, just for people that don't do YouTube too much. There's two levels. We're at the first level. We still need a few more watch hours to reach the full on sort of like automatic level, right? That's where you get money about like ads on your videos and stuff like that, right? Like it's more of a turn on and forget it, right? So it just kind of keeps racking up stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But as you can see, we do have like super chats available now. So thank you, Tony. I really appreciate you, brother. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much, man. That's kind of crazy. So thank you again, especially to overall, to the Bunker Bunch, because without y'all, we would definitely not have made it. Um, and I'll tell, man, it was a trip. I'll tell the story right now, but let me catch up with the chat here. First, where am I? I think I was pretty far behind still. Galactic Cantina in the house saying hello there. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Let's go, Bunker Fam, says Mike. Marta saying hi. We got Nilda from Appetite for Collectibles saying LFG. Let's do it. So I think you're gonna be showing up at New Orleans pretty soon here now. Don't you leave like tomorrow already? So in case you guys forgot, our good friend Nilda and our good friend Tiara from Crafting on Ilum are actually going to be hosting a panel, Women of the Galaxy, Saturday at Fan Expo, New Orleans. Very cool. It's awesome that you guys are getting a panel. And well, I might as well announce it. They are actually going to be here next week to tell us all about it. So they're going to be our guest for the next episode of The High Ground. We're going to get to talk to both of them. How it was for them, which I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to hear all about it. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday. Next Wednesday around this time, we will have Nilda and we'll have Tiara tell us their story on how they basically took over Fan Expo New Orleans. We got Ultra Cartel in the house. What is up, everyone? Says Ultra Cartel. What's up, man? Thanks so much for joining, man. Appreciate you. Luis saying hi, General Kenobi. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Ultra saying, anyone catch the Netflix premiere of WWE Monday Night Raw? Because I sure as hell did, and it was experience watching Monday Night Raw for the first time. Nice. I didn't. Just recently,
I
the mail
got the
from Roman
rewatch of it.
Did you? How was that?
Interesting.
Yeah?
They definitely threw the nostalgic stick out there and
Oh, I bet.
try to go for that. But
Yeah, I was gonna
who
say.
does awesome promos? His voice, Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helms, whatever you want to call him. He's got a voice for like cinema. Like we need to get him start doing some other stuff. You did a really good job.
Interesting. I might catch a clip of that. So Ultra received a WWE Elite Goldberg, and unfortunately, the pegs on the side plates of the title had snapped off. Oh, no way. While still in the package. Dude, that kind of sucks. I'm sorry.
That hurts.
Yeah. Antonio in the house. Howdy, y'all. And hello there. What's up, Antonio? Thank you for joining. Ultra saying lost power Monday for at least close to 7 minutes, and it also affected everyone in my neighborhood as well. Thankfully, power went back, and I was able to watch Monday night. Yeah, dude. I would be, yeah. That's some timing, dude. That is some timing. 2025 is your Terminator due to the future war happening from 1997 to 2029. 2025 is among the future war. Yeah, hey, we're getting there, right? We are getting there. Rushmore Show, what's going on, man? Saying congrats. Can I appreciate you, man? Thank you so much. And guys, definitely make sure that you're checking out the Rushmore Show here on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. We got Darth Angel in the house saying hello, General. What's up, man? Thank you so much for joining. Dude, you gotta teach me how to you do TikTok, bro. Like your stuff is blowing up. Galactic Cantinas, you reaching 10K in 2025 for sure. Let's go for at least 15K. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that would be freaking epic. So appreciate you, brother. We got Countdown City Geeks with the blur. It is cold. It is getting cold out here. Nilda saying it's 45 degrees in Florida. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
What's our
that's
temperature here actually today or right now? We are
right now
at
I think we're at 41.
40. Yep, 41. So, yeah, we're getting there. It's not fun. Ultra saying it's getting very cold here in Florida. I had just 2 blankets to keep me warm. My bed early this morning, or 2 jackets to keep me warm. Dude, that's what we do, man. We don't really have like an actual like winter jacket, I guess. Um, so I just layer up, because I'm not spending money on a bona fide winter jacket that I'm gonna wear like 2 days a year, So I just
I
layer up
mean,
like 3, 4
there's that
smaller jackets.
autographed Hayden Darth
Oh,
Vader
dude, don't
one. I
even get me
mean,
started. That thing is gorgeous. Yeah, dude, freaking George. Like, yeah.
wear it once a
Y-
year
Yeah,
in
right. But
Texas. Yeah.
still, yeah. 45 in fun. That's right. Not the temperature, not the age. Galactic Cantina saying 30 here in Sweden. Ooh, not that cold, but
Ouch.
a bunch of snow and icy roads, dude. I bet. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm dreading for tomorrow, to be honest. With the um rain. That we're gonna get some sleet and stuff. Hey, what is this? Appreciate you, Tony. Thank you so much. Got super sticker, man. That's our first one. Appreciate you, man. And I got another one here for you.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Um, yeah, I obviously still got to set up, how our super chats and stuff display. I thought I had, but apparently I didn't. But thanks, Tony. Really, really appreciate you, brother. And not just the super chats and stuff, but always, Tony has been a friend of the channel for years now. Great guy, freaking content creating machine. Like he's the Terminator of YouTube, basically. Like that man don't sleep. He's always going. But yeah, dude, I really really appreciate it. Let's see, where were we? See what I tell you, Jeff. 16 degrees here with it feels like up to like, is that
Yeah,
Fahrenheit? Might want to double check that. That doesn't sound right.
that's not fun at all.
Yeah, yeah. I heard somewhere it was 35 minutes. That's probably with credits included. Dang it, man. So he's talking about the season finale of Skeleton Crew. I don't know, man. 35 minutes. That sounds.
That's not long at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that don't sound like enough. Let's see. We got our brother Daniel, the legacy of nerd, in the house. Wait, did we have the celebration cake yet? No, but I'll take one. Ultra saying hi to legacy nerd. We got Ultra saying something next week. I should receive my Elite 113 CM Punk, and I plan to display him going up against Goldberg. Sorry, to prove that he's the best in the world once he defeats Goldberg and avenge Bret Hart. Nice. You said a lot of names that I'm sorry, but they don't mean anything to me. I don't know nothing about wrestling, so I apologize. Star Wars Addict saying, hey man, thank you. I did buy a bunch of alcohol for that milestone. Yeah, there you go, man. You gotta make use, Finally your ID is valid. So hey,
Yep.
you're only 21 once, or twice sometimes. Niño Grogu, what is going on, man? Thank you so much for joining. Buen capítulo 96, Terreno Alto. Saludos desde Chile. Saludos, hermano. Tony in the house. Appreciate you, man. There it is. Super chat for a super poppy. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Legacy nerd with a bunch of celebratory emojis. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for always supporting the channel as well. Rushmore saying, congrats, we're hoping to hit that milestone this year. Want you back in May or June for movies and TV. Yeah, dude, for sure. Let me know. So I don't know if you remember, Mike, but when you and I went to Rebel Scum Con, I was actually doing Rushmore show that night. And so that's when I had to get back to the hotel, remember? And
Yep.
so I was trying to do it just like on my iPad. And I felt bad because we had talked about it for like a long time, I think like maybe like 2 months prior or something. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to cancel on you. So I felt really bad. So I'm like, dude, if you don't mind me being like with a crummy background, just on the hotel, like I'll jump on for sure. So So we did that. So, but yeah, dude, Rushmore, let's put something in the book for sure, man. I appreciate you. Subbed up to that Vader. Nice, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Make sure you are checking the Dad Vader here on Instagram. That's his absolute dominion. That's his forte. That's where he dominates. Like nobody's business. So make sure you check him out on Instagram, the Dad Vader. Also, oh come on. Let me hit you with another one of these.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Daniel. I really, really appreciate it, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, man. I again, I really appreciate it. So I was hitting up Daniel like every other day. Might as well tell the story. So we got our hours, and I was super excited. And you go through the motions of like applying, and I applied, of course, and then as soon as I hit, you got to create like this account for them to pay you, right? Basically through Google. And and when I did that, immediately they're like, error, something went wrong. And I'm like, okay, that's different. And then they basically send me an email saying, hey, we don't think you are you. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, send us your ID and like your address and like this and this. And I'm like, all right. I was like, okay, sure, that's valid, right? We're talking about, money, so I guess. And so I sent all that stuff out. Mind you, this is literally on the 31st of December, dude, like so last day of the year. And the next day and they're like, we strive, like most stuff is resolved within 24 hours, tops 48, right? I was like, okay, cool, that sounds good. But then I was like, yeah, but today's the 31st, tomorrow's the 1st, so
Yeah.
that's like 2 holidays, So I was like, all right. And I was telling Daniel, and he's like, hey, they're allowed, their break too. And I was like, no, they're not. Now when they're handling my stuff, like they got to put in the work. And so sure enough, the first came about. By the time I finally woke up on the first, nothing. The second comes about, and that's when I got to get back to work. And I went back kicking and screaming, hated it. And then in the afternoon, I was like, you know what? I don't know, maybe I'm getting, restless here for nothing, but I haven't heard anything. Anyway, next day comes about, and I'm like, all right, I kind of would like to know if this is going somewhere, right? But I exercised my Jedi patience. I didn't tell him nothing. But then what is this by now? The 4th or the 5th comes around, and I'm like, all right, come on, guys. Because mind you, I'm not getting like yes, no, I'm not getting nothing, because it's just radio silence. The error's still there, it's still just not working. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hit up the chat, right? The support chat. And the lady's like, yeah, you know what? Don't do it through like your studio. Go through this website, stuff like that. Anyway, and then I did that. I sent her back like screenshots and stuff. 0 answer that day. I'm like, all right, that's weird. Next day rolls around. She's like, okay, thank you for submitting this. You should be able to do it now. I was like, okay, cool, perfect. Hit it, error. Went through the app, error. Went through like the YouTube link, error, right? And I'm like, all right. And I told her, I was like, hey, I think I'm missing something, or could you double check the stuff on your end? Silence, bro. Rest of the day, just silence.
I'd be thinking like 15 people in India now have my social security and
Dude,
they've started their own business.
That's
like,
exactly. I'm like, I'm just watching like my savings accounts. I'm like, dude, if somebody takes those $38, like I'm gonna be so pissed, like somebody stole my identity. But anyway, and I'm summing it up. Like, mind you, each day I'm like, come on, guys, like you gotta give me something here. Finally, the next day rolls around. And she sends me this long email, dude. It's like 3-4 paragraphs. And it's like, yeah, we acknowledge that there's an issue like on your account. And I'm like, what? Like, I told you there was an issue like 4 days ago, bro. Like, what is going on? And so she's just like, yeah, no, we're gonna look into it. I was like, what have you been doing for this past 4 years? 4 days. Sorry, it felt like 4 years though, let me tell you. Um, and again, let me preface, or I should have prefaced this whole thing by saying, I know I'm being petty. I know I'm being, childish even. But dude, once you see it, that you should be able to just click yes, and the thing should just roll into it, and it doesn't, and then nobody can tell you why, and then they don't tell you anything at all. You start just kind of like, hey man, I kind of want to get the ball rolling here. So anyway, finally, I resubmitted like my driver's license, I think, I forget. And and I'm like, all right, hopefully this does it. And then sure enough, like the next day, I think the next morning, I was texting Archer actually, and he goes like, hey man, how's it going with the whole verification thing? I was like, dude, shut up. I was like, don't talk to me about it. Like it's going horrible. And I sort of summed it up for him. And as I'm chatting with him, I get the email. It's like, hey, it is you. Like, you've been verified to be you. So like, yay, you're good to go. I was like, sweet. So on to proceed with, so it's 3 steps, right? So I was stuck on step 2. So finally, step 2, I'm like, all right, I'm able to do it. Good deal. And then they're like, okay, so now we got to review your entire channel and make sure that you're not doing stuff you're not supposed to, or breaking any like copyrights and stuff like that. And it says for the majority of channels, it takes about a month. And I'm like, I was
Dang.
like, all right. I was like, that's, in my mind, I was like, bro, a month, like that's, you're telling me that that their Skynet can work like faster than that. I was like, you know what, we're past the hurdle that I had. We're past the problem, right? I was like, you know what, just, it's out of your hands. They got to do their own thing. Let's just roll with it, right? Like so. And I was telling Danny, I was like, bro, now I gotta wait a month. And even him, he was like, dude, that's kind of excessive. I'm like, I know, right? Like, it's not just me. I was like, but you know what, whatever, we'll chill, we'll get it.
There's just one guy in a room watching all our videos. It's just
Dude,
like,
seriously, just like scrolling like through each one. He's like, oh, F-bomb. No, it's not. Okay, next one. Like, and so I was like, all right. I psyched myself out of, like, um, waiting for a response like in the next 2-3 weeks, right? But then, oh snap! Look at this, dude. I need to automate this, dude. What are you doing, man? Come on now. Nerd affiliated in the house. I was just singing your praises. Appreciate you, man. Welcome. And I'm gonna give you one of these.
Hello there.
So welcome, brother. Appreciate you, man. And so chronologically speaking, with the story, I get like approved like 4 hours later, dude, like that same day. So I tell Arch, I'm like, dude, I'm like, they just approved me. Like it wasn't even a day. Like I don't know why they told me a month, but it was literally like 4, maybe 5 hours. I was like, dude, you know what? I'll take it. It was a little bit to get there, but we got it. So once again, guys, thank you so much. And oh, come on, man. What is this? Eben in the house. The Eben Cinder has landed. What is going on, man? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are nuts, all right? You guys are absolutely nuts. Thank you for this. To you, I will give you one of these too. So appreciate you, Eben. Thank you so much, man. You guys are crazy. But I really appreciate it. All right, really appreciate it, guys. Again, it's not so much the money, just the support. I know you guys have been there, here for for years now at this point. So I really do appreciate it. So so that was our convoluted road to finally getting this kind of stuff working. So I can, as you can see though, but I'll finally, officially, I guess, announce it. But we did achieve monetization here on the channel. We do have super chat, super stickers, and super something else. I should be more prepared. I know I suck, but anyway, they're available now, and as you can see, people have been using them.
Super
So
thingies.
exactly. I was like, I don't remember what they're called, so I'm just gonna put that. But really, really appreciate you guys. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but we definitely could not have done this without y'all. With your support, sharing, watching, commenting, being here for the lives,
Yep.
just honestly, just some of y'all, taking the time to answer my questions, like I just said, asking you how it was for you, and if you guys had any problems and things like that. And so I really, really appreciate. Oh, come on, guys.
Jeez.
What is going on? Dude, we got Chris from the Nerd Squadron saying, congrats, hermano. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Guys, if you haven't, definitely go check out our good friend Chris, aka the captain of the Nerd Squadron, aka General Grievous, because that lightsaber collection, ooh, it is fires, among the finest I've ever seen. So make sure to check out his channel. Make sure to check out the episode when he was guested here on the High Ground. That was a very fun episode. We got Darth Angel in the house also, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Hello there.
Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it, man. Again, so Darth Angel and I, we used to work together, and he was one of the first, people, a few people actually at my actual job that knew that I was kind of, doing this. So he's been supportive like ever since. So I really, really appreciate you, dude. What, guys? What is going on? Seriously,
Dang.
you guys are absolutely insane. Wow.
Wow, man. Thank you.
What
Big
are
thank
you
you.
doing, bro? What are you doing? That's insane, dude. Oh my, you guys are gonna make me cry. That's what you want, is it? That you're literally gonna make me cry, guys. You guys are nuts. You are nuts, JD. Holy crap. Seriously, holy crap. Thank you guys. I don't even know what else to say. But JD, dude, that is super generous, dude. That's nuts. That is nuts, man. And thank you. All right, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Again, just the fact that you all want to hang out with us, you want to chat about the nerdy stuff, the stuff that we enjoy here. But JD, that's insane, bro. Seriously, I literally don't even know what to say. But thank you so much. You definitely deserve this one.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.
Dude, you're crazy, man. That's nuts. So thank you guys so much. Dude, seriously, stop. Seriously, dude. That's hilarious. Thank you again, man. Thank you guys. I don't even know what else to say. Thank you feels like I'm falling short, but all I can say is I'll always appreciate your time, your friendship, your just the, like I said, just the fact that you all want to hang out and talk Star Wars with us, right? I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,000 more. It's definitely about the community. It's not necessarily about the money and stuff like that. But guys, dude, what are you doing, dude? Stop.
Oh my god,
what is going on, guys? Seriously, I'm
Dang.
serious, guys. Stop it. This is getting ridiculous, guys. Stop. Elijah in the house, our brother, sexy flexy, dude.
Flexy.
Oh my lord, dude.
Hello there.
Love you, hermano. Love you back, man. Thank you, guys.
I mean,
Dude.
it goes to show, man, that you've started this journey a while, like what, 2 years ago? Over 2 years
3
ago?
years ago now.
3 years ago?
3
So
years ago.
for everybody to be here supporting, jumping in, like you're saying, like, well deserved. Bravo to you, sir. You started this. You're the founder. You're the creator. You
I
brought a
appreciate that,
community
man.
together, and it's just going to keep on growing. And we're going to keep on giving back to the community because that's what
Oh,
we're
absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Okay, come on, seriously, guys, stop. Seriously, this is getting out of.
Jeez.
Chris from The Man Collects.
Houdini.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Chris has always been insanely supportive of the channel, man, and I cannot thank you enough. Um, Again, I can't thank you enough about, again, just the time that you guys spend, watching our content, but more than anything, your friendship. When you guys reach out, when we just talk about anything and everything, right? Like that's really the beauty of having this whole YouTube thing. Chris, stop, bro. Seriously, come on. All right, guys. Seriously, no, you'll definitely gotta stop, right? I don't know how I disable this thing now from the stream, dude. Seriously, man. You guys are insane. Bryant in the house, bro. What is going on, man? Dude, come on, man. We were just talking actually earlier about us, sitting down and chatting for a little bit. Brian has done some amazing things, guys. You haven't, check him out over on Instagram, Brian Collects. He actually works out of in Hollywood, like productions, So he actually posted a picture with Will Smith. He worked with Ewan McGregor, and some stuff. So, whoa, got a crazy pop up. But yeah, guys. So, let me take this off. How do I? Seriously, can I pause these things? Because y'all are insane. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are absolutely crazy. And I cannot thank you enough, guys. Seriously. I am literally tearing up, but I'm too macho, so I'm holding it back. But you guys are insane. Seriously. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is crazy. This is insanely crazy, but I really appreciate y'all. And thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my God,
bro,
guys.
what are you doing?
All that extra lotion.
Bro, seriously, you're crazy, Brian. Yeah. You might want to tone it back, from with the baby oil. That's all I'll say. But yeah, guys, you guys are nuts. Thank you so much. You guys are crazy. I didn't even get to finish the chat, guys. I'm super behind now. Oh man, that is insane. That's just freaking insane. I don't even know where I left off. Wow, I definitely fell back. Yeah, you guys are on fire tonight. But seriously, guys, stop with the super chat. This is getting like embarrassing. You want to see me like literally, like sobbing, that it'll happen. Just stop. Seriously, I'm trying to keep it together here. But yeah, I really appreciate Joel, and thank you, Mike, too, for your kind words, man. That really means a lot, and I really appreciate all the help and the support, and again, just the friendship. That's really what it's all about. That's what keeps me going here on YouTube. Because I think we've all had those days when you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a whole month off. Like I'm just kind of meh, right? Like about it, but well, I say everybody except Tony. Tony, again, he's like the freaking T1000 of content creation.
When he sleeps, his brain is still connected and still.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
producing.
He's got yeah, exactly. He's got like sort of like that VR headset that works in your sleep, and he's still editing. Like as he dreams.
His eyes are closed, but like they're moving.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
eyelids, right?
Exactly. So he's like chopping up, clips with his like REM movement. Neil does saying, well deserved, guys. Dude, I totally lost my train of thought now, and I'm all jacked up now. You got Chris from The Man Collects. Hey guys, I'm late. Congrats on monetization. Thank you again, guys, so much. So much. We're about 300 away for level 1. Nice, dude. Getting very close. Hey, the man collects says Rushmore. Hey, Legacy. Man collects saying hi to Rushmore. How you guys doing tonight? Rushmore saying, Fan Expo hometown 1 year we will get a fan table. Yeah, nice, good job. Definitely doing great. Collect says Neil that's saying seriously guys, both you and Mike have been biggest supporters truly. Dude, yeah, absolutely. And again, we're gonna have a lot of fun next week. Can't wait to hear. I know it's gonna be a great panel for y'all, you and Tiara. I know it's going to be a great experience. I'm super happy you guys get to do it and get to do it together too, because I know y'all have, really sort of bonded, right? Because of the fandom and stuff. So it's really awesome that you actually get to collaborate together with this. Hello there, says Brian. Bro, I was not ignoring you at all, but oh my lord, like I totally lost my train of thought here with the chat. We were 23 this AM, dude. That's cold. 100% says Tony. See, what did I say? What did I say? I'm editing now. See, that's Tony for you, man. That's absolutely Tony for you. We got Sexy Flex in the house saying hello to Bunker Bunch. What's up, General and Daddy V? What's up? What's up? Let's see. It's the boys, says Chris. Elijah saying in idea when new guest names will be released for Rebel. we're gonna
We've got some
Well,
insight, but
we did get some insight.
We can't just say just yet.
Not quite, but I think we can say they got a pretty good lineup so far.
Yep. Contracts are in hands. I know that. So as soon as they're signed and sent back, and we get the okay to talk about it, which we've kind of got like the direct line to that. So
yeah,
you may hear it from us before they announce it.
I was gonna say, all I'll say is I would, if you're not for whatever reason, I would definitely again follow the Dad Vader on Instagram. Follow General Economics Bunker also on Instagram. We happen to be on Facebook as well. General Economics Bunker, all one word. For now, while I guess it still exists, we are at TikTok, General_Kenobi's_Bunker, and also on Threads, General.Kenobi's.Bunker. So all I'll say is you definitely want to be following us on social media because, I think I don't think we are that far from a pretty nice and good announcement from for the next Rebels Comic-Con, which by the way happens here on Frisco, Texas, in August 10th. Sorry, remind me. 8 through the 10th. Yes, 8 through the 10th. So August 8 through the 10th. There's still several adjacent hotels available. So if you're coming from out of town, there's still a lot of lodging, available. So all I can tell you is what we've already heard, in my mind, already makes it worth it, to show up to the show. So yeah, but definitely, guys, stay tuned. As Mike said, as soon as we can, trust me, we're gonna let you know what's up. We are gonna let you know what's up because it's gonna be fun. We are gonna be out there, just in case you're wondering. We will be out there. And so
that's the main reason to go. I mean,
I was gonna say, just
what
in
more do
my
you
book, that's already worth the hotel and plane ticket. I'm just saying, just to hang out with these two amazing individuals right here. Man, I really lost my here we go. Legacy Nurses, I feel like everyone has their own unique monetization story. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's one of those things, right? That you technically only go through it once, unless you're Archer and you piss off, YouTube, and you have to go through it like 3 times because they keep, kicking you off. There you go. I knew it. So Archer says, I made some calls. I knew it, bro. I knew it.
They owed him one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They totally do. They owe him like 20, dude. Like, seriously. Since you can't get ad revenue yet, we're going to sponsor you. That's crazy, dude. Appreciate y'all. Seriously, man. You guys are nuts. So awesome. Great community. Dude, the best. The Bunker Bunch is the absolute best, community here in all of the YouTubes, all of the internet, dare I say. Josue, what's going on, brother? Saying hello, General. Thanks so much for joining, man. Appreciate you. Dude, sorry, I'm coming across it. I'm so behind, but dude, JD, seriously, you're nuts, bro. You're absolutely nuts. Um, Nurse Christ, I'm ready to come back and join a live. Yeah, bro, we gotta have you back. Because I know you've been buying stuff. Come on now. Even you were here a few weeks ago. I know you already got like 20 more lightsabers in that time, so I'm ready, bro.
I'm down for him just to sit there and hold
Oh my
the
God.
chassis of the
Dude,
Obi-Wan.
Dude, right? Like I still have dreams about that thing, dude. Like it's so freaking gorgeous. First of all, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't know something to that level of detail existed, right?
Oh yeah.
I've seen, inner workings and stuff like that, but it was always kind of like, how do you call it? Maybe more like a resin or like a 3D printed, like, and yeah, it would go into the body and stuff. But to have the whole assembly be its own thing, like it's got circuitry, it's got weathering, it's made out of metal, the crystal. I mean, it's just amazing, dude. It's so gorgeous. Um, I'll eventually own one of those because I was blown away by it, to be honest. Like I was not expecting that. It was so crazy. And again, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back and check out our episode with Chris from the Nerd Squadron. Amazing member of the community, amazing collection, and that item that we're describing is basically the inner, what would we call it? The inner workings or the inner circuitry of the an Obi-Wan lightsaber, right? But it's both functional, as in the lightsaber, it does light up and all that stuff and sounds, but also the casing with the crystal lights up. It's got its own sound, so it's like its own like representation, right? Its own thing. It's super gorgeous. It's super gorgeous. Let's see. Evan saying first Honda tonight. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of, well, I'll talk about it right now. Let me catch up because this is going crazy. Put lotion in the pants. Chris is, I'm gonna need my lotion back, bro. Yeah, man. Baby oil is scarce these days. So it's a Supers only chat today. Let's go. No, it's not, guys. No, it's not. So just don't. That's pretty high. LOL. Brian said there's still some left. Good to know. Good to know. The man collects, says Ultra Carter, and we. Hey, thank you so much. I don't know what did that one not pop up, dude. Did I miss some more already? What the heck, guys? Dude, seriously, dude, stop. Nerd affiliated, bro. Seriously, thank you for your rating of Skeleton Crew, by the way. I always love talking to Archer because I'm up here. I'm like, you know what? That was kind of fun. That was, I enjoyed this part. And he's like, like every single time, bro. Every single time. So he keeps me grounded, is what I'm trying to say. So there
better
you go.
than Eben. The first time I talked about it, he was like,
Oh
I
my
hate
God.
children. I don't like the show at all. It's the worst thing ever.
I know. Eben jumped out of that ship quick, bro. Like he's like, I am out. See y'all. And bless his heart, because yeah, he's like, screw them children. Like, I don't care.
It's that old age. Once you get to that age, you're just like,
Yeah,
all
right.
kids are
Exactly.
evil.
So I was telling these guys last episode that my kid finally got into it. So a little
Nice.
late, in the game, but now I admittedly my view is askew because my kid likes it. Like he literally asked me to watch it yesterday. When there's gonna be a new episode. Today he was asking me when there's gonna be a new episode, and he's actually not done that since like Mandalorian. I think like I forget if it was first. I think like second season. And then he kind of dropped it even back then. So it's been a while since he's been like genuinely like interested, in a property, in a Star Wars property. So that's why, like my like my rating or my view of the show kind of went higher, maybe than it would have normally been. Thank you so much. So this is my sister-in-law. That's her business account actually for YouTube. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. That is crazy. LOL Spice says nerd affiliated. Nerd Squadron saying hi to Rushmore Show. Thank you so much. Let's get these likes up. Yeah, guys, I was greatly appreciated if you go ahead and hit that like button on this stream. Yeah, I totally lost it tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was out of it a little bit, but it's your fault. So it's you guys' fault. So I'm throwing it right back at you. All right, guys, gotta go now. Get my rest. See you guys next time. Appreciate you, Ultra Color, man. I really, really appreciate you joining pretty much every single live that we do. So thank you so much. Get some rest. Have a good night, and we'll talk later, man. Oh, and congrats on that figure. I would be kind of ticked off if I got a broken figure in package though. So a figure payment. Hopefully they can make it right. We got Bro Lorian in the house. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining, bro. So congrats on monetization. He says, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. So he actually reached out to me when we posted. I think we were like, dude, we were like 5 hours away. It was like, oh man, it was like photo finish, right? I'm like, yeah. Exactly. We're like, I'm right there. And so he actually reached out and he's like, bro, he's like, I've had you on since like this morning. He's like, for sure, you got 5 hours now. I was like, hey, man, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So again, just the fact that you would reach out, and give us, some of y'all's time. Again, that just kind of means the world to me. So thank you for that, dude. Okay, seriously, bro, I'm gonna block you or something. Not affiliate again. Hashtag heartbreak Archer. Yeah, dude. Like I said, it's all right. Not everybody has to absolutely love Skeleton Crew. But if you don't, you're wrong. That's just a fact. I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude. No. I always enjoy talking to Archer about it because he always comes at a different perspective. For most of the shows. So thank you again. Archer, and seriously, bro, stop. I don't know how to. There's got to be some sort of button to pause this thing for you to not be able to give me more, but I haven't found it. But seriously, guys, like, stop. This is insane. You guys are crazy. Well, shit. What were we even gonna talk about, man? I'm all out of it.
And that's the show.
Yeah, exactly right. And good night. Wrap and scene. Well, let's talk about a little bit about actual Skeleton Crew, right?
Yeah.
Going forward, spoilers. All right, spoilers for yesterday's episode, right? So if you haven't seen it, and you want to exit the stream, by all means, we don't take offense about it. But we are going to cover some stuff that is spoilers. So spoilers. All right. Bro, that got kind of creepy, man.
You took a turn for the dark, like,
right.
I thought he was gonna be a little Mr. Tough Guy. Talk to him, and he's like, "I'll just carve up your damn family." Like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. And shame on me for forgetting that he had a lightsaber, right? Because he had it for like 30 seconds and then the pirates took it away, right? So in my mind, I was like, oh, out of sight, out of mind. Like I was like, dude, they probably already pawned it or, sold
Took
it
or did something, right?
Or somebody bet, at blackjack and already lost it. Like, so I was like, oh man, like, it was cool. It was cool to see the lightsaber, but I was like, I guess it's gone. And then it just kind of comes back, right? In force, dude. Also, what a way to take out good old Captain Brutus, man.
Oh, cold-blooded.
Dude, right? I was,
completely defenseless, like, look you in the eye.
Yeah, literally.
Like, yeah.
Bam. So
you're unalive now.
Dude, yeah, seriously. I'll be honest with you, I knew he was gonna make a play for the captain chair, right? I was like, I think what he's gonna do is tell him, you gotta yield the captain, rank to me if you want me to get you out, right? Otherwise, that's it for you, or something like that, right? Like he was gonna like strong arm him right into saying, yeah, you're the best captain, you're captain now, blah blah. No, dude just takes the shortcut. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm done with you, bro. You've been wanting me to throw me out on air like for like the past 4 episodes. So bam.
Which kind of threw everything we knew about the character like completely out the window.
Yeah,
Because like with the kids, he showed restraint. Obviously
he
it's
did.
kids, but it shows that he's not 100% cold blooded.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but now you're questioning that. Like,
Oh, for sure.
did he have it in him? Like if Wim had it the right direction instead of upside down, if he popped that up and came running at him, would he have thrown the knife at him? Would he have force choked him? Like, would he have done something more aggressive than what happened?
Exactly.
Just the way it played out, he didn't have to. So kind of makes me question the whole character himself.
I know, and to be honest with you, I don't know if you remember this, but just before, I think it was just before the premiere of the show, or maybe right after. It was like very close to the start of the show. Jude Law said that you would get like a deep insight into why Jod was the way he was, and he said, I think it's in episode 7. And I remember that, right? Because I was like, okay, episode 7, we're probably gonna get another 66, back flash, right? Or flashback. Sorry, I'm going dyslexic now. Flashback, which we didn't get. First of all, spoilers again. But I don't know that we got a backstory for John. But I think we did get a little bit more insight, like you said, right? Like, okay, you know what? He's not, he's not the sort of goofy, misguided guy, right? Like he's good deep down, which maybe there's still something about that, but he's more ruthless than we had been sort of steered towards, right, in the last few episodes. Especially, and again, with the goofiness about the claim unclaim thing, I'm like, claimsies. And I'm like, really? Like that's how they're gonna get this shit back?
That was pretty hilarious. Where he's like, "That's not a thing." And
That's not a thing, and then just
punches him
wham!
out of
Yeah, exactly.
close enough. I was like, "Hell yeah, this is great."
And it's funny because I was like, why did he put on the helmet again? Right? I was like, why? He had it for 10 seconds, in the whole show. Like, why does he have it back? And then I'm like, oh, that's why. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't want to show, Jude Law getting punched in the face. So they're like,
It
we'll
protected his jaw to where it was
Exactly.
completely removed. So
Yep.
it saved the character.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, all right, there we go.
I am heartbroken though that my favorite character is currently headless right now.
Dude, yeah, what the heck? Like he just went whoosh, like immediately took him out, which we all kind of knew he had to, right? Because he's been the antagonist, right? He's been the only like protector, let's say physically, of the children, right? So it's the only one that can stand up to the pirates. Yeah, what a way to remove him, dude. Daniel again with the hashtag block Archer.
Hello there.
That's funny. That's pretty funny though. But thank you again. Yeah, seriously.
Did you see what Chris put on there? He's like, I need his lightsaber.
Where is he? 222. Yes.
You down.
Yeah.
We know you will have it. We know.
Oh yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised you don't have it already.
Well, I know somebody's probably already got it
for sure.
mapped out and getting ready to start
For
production.
Sure. Is it me or did it look kind of like in the stylings? And maybe Chris can help us out with this. Kind of like in the styling of the High Republic, lightsabers, with like the silver and the gold
accent. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So it definitely gave me those vibes. If anybody is a High Republic, expert here in the chat, let me know. Is that a lightsaber we're supposed to know? Like just by looking at it, is the handle have anything descriptive to a specific character? I haven't seen anything online, so I'm kind of wondering.
I don't recognize it off the bat. I would say it's High Republic era, but I don't recognize it as a specific one character lightsaber.
Yeah, and it's probably not like what I was gonna say. I think it's maybe more towards like the Acolyte timeline, where it's like the tail end of the High Republic, because they're not as ornate as like in the middle of the Old Republic when they got like the side, like the pommels and all that stuff, right? Like they're more intricate. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. So Brian says, honestly, I haven't even seen the show, not even one episode, but I did download it on my iPad. I'm gonna watch the episode on the plane to Japan Friday. Oh, what? Somebody's having a trip. Love it. And to add insult to injury, Brian is also going to Celebration Japan, which means he's going to Japan twice in like 4 months. So totally not jealous, Brian. Not jealous at all. Haven't. Legacy Nerd says, just kidding, by the way. Love you, boo. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Yes, sir. Nothing but love for the good old Archer here from Nerd Affiliated, which again, guys, if you haven't, and I don't know why you haven't, definitely go check out his channel. Great content creator. He's he's been working a lot on his Proton Pack, like souping it up, like adding like custom circuitry and stuff. It looks insane. So make sure you check that out. Close enough, says Lorian. Working on getting it. There you go. I knew it. There's some back alley shady deals going on for sure. Nerds Corns is definitely more of a High Republic design. I kind of think so, just because of the shininess, honestly. Broder Lorian says Saber sounds when he first ignited it were the same sounds from the Old Republic MMO. Oh, really? That's interesting. That is interesting. I did play the MMO, but I haven't played it in a long time. I think I still have my character, actually. Now you got me wondering. Legacy Nerd saying, I saw the first episode, and I know everyone said Goonies, but it gave me E.T. vibes. Dude, wait till you get to episode... Oh, my Lord. What was that? With the owl cat. Three or four, maybe? Yeah. Around there. You got a straight up, like, copy, shot of like a pretty well-known like
famous.
ETs. Yeah. So it's like straight up just like translated for these guys.
But I think they did aim in that certain time period of cinematic period. Like the show's definitely aimed more towards a younger crowd, but there's stuff in there for us older folks who definitely appreciate that kind of callback.
No, absolutely. And let's be honest, some of the stuff is more obvious than others, right? Like that shot again with the moon, like it was flat out, from the poster. And there's other things, like the themes and like the, like them learning how to fight and learning how to trust, which I thought was hilarious, by the way.
Riding Falcor, shouting.
Oh, dude, right? Yeah, right. With the oh man, I forgot what the. Do you remember that thing that Noel used to throw, that like 5-pointed star blade thing? Dang it, I forget what it's called. If somebody knows here, let me know. But I had the image and it went away. You guys got me wanting to watch the episode. You've seen it, right? You already saw it. Or do you mean like rewatch? Are you actually talking about rewatching it, Archer? Because I don't believe you one bit.
I mean, it was a pretty good episode. I mean, if you wanted to pick an episode that, to me, currently I would say wraps up the whole entire series into like one episode, it would be that episode. Like, it's got the humor that it's throughout the series. It's got that serious tone to where we don't know what's going on, and then it's got a huge plot twist for us right now. So
yeah, very true.
It's got everything.
Yeah, and we got some pretty nice shots of the. I actually really enjoyed that the pirate freighter, like the ship.
Oh yeah,
with like the hangar and stuff. I thought it looked actually pretty cool. And then the satellites in the barrier, right? The satellites in the barrier actually reminded me of Operation Cinder. When Palps was like, you know what, worlds that failed to protect me or failed to protect the Empire need to be like destroyed. After his passing. there's one, right, that's got a bunch of satellites, and then they all kind of turn towards the planet and just like glass it basically. That's what it made me think of. Now this one, they were not like in the planet, right? They're kind of surrounding it, which that looked kind of cool. I mean, I don't know that we've seen that before, with the planet sort of being encapsulated that way, like
This giant defense grid just
yeah,
basically look like a whole nother planet. So
yeah, exactly. And I thought about that, but I'm like, huh, that was interesting. Once they get in, and the Aten is actually there. I'm like, is it that small, or did we get some of the proportions off, or like maybe the shot didn't, do it justice? But yeah, it was interesting. Visually, I liked it. Like I said, I like the ships, the way it looked. It kind of made sense now why Smee didn't want them to push the button, because that was one of my gripes, and I talked about it for that episode. That I'm like, why would you tell them don't push that button, the button that actually ended up saving their lives, but now, and I think it was OBP who brought it up too. He's like, yeah, he didn't want them to find out that it's an actual, Aten ship, right?
I mean, even if they were to push the button, like I don't think they would have known that it
No.
was an Aten ship, but it would blow the camouflage of what the
but
the
I
ship
mean
was.
them as in like maybe like the pirates, or like the
I
other
mean,
guys.
even at that, like this has apparently been lost for years. Does anybody know what an Aten ship looks like?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's what
But
also
again,
kind of
he's been on the planet for God knows how long, so his programming and memory, like he just landed basically, so he's thinking what his previous captain told him.
and you brought up a good point. I do kind of wonder what the timeline is. Like how long has the ship been there? How long since um, Captain Renard like found it? Like we're talking about like 10 years, or we're talking about like 100, right? Like I don't know. I'm kind of
Well, you remember when they
curious.
get on the ship and they find the mutiny crew, or the crew that was killed, they're skeleton.
Yeah,
So
that takes a little
decay.
while.
I mean, obviously, we'll say more than 10 years that has been
Yeah,
there.
I think so. And also, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Renard was active, during the time of the Empire, or even before that, right? Like the time of the
True.
Republic. So, yeah, I'd be, I'd be curious to see what that sort of, timeline looks like. Not that it matters too much, to be honest, anymore, but just for general knowledge, like how long has
30
Aten been out there?
Yeah, I was about to say 35 minutes doesn't seem very long to kind of give us more
Dude,
information on some
no,
stuff.
I agree, especially where we left off, right? But
Hey,
dude, seriously, dude.
Hello there.
Thank you so
thank you.
much. Our brothers from the Countdown City Geeks, um, starting 2025 off with a bang. I say congrats, and may the force be with you, dude. Seriously, thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the help, appreciate all the support. Thank you. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. So thank you. But seriously, like we gotta stop this. I haven't seen it, says Archer. All right, okay.
Give it a shot.
Is there just one episode left? There is just one episode left. Next Tuesday will be I'm gonna call it the season finale, because it kind of makes sense to get a second season, right? At least a second season, I think.
I'd be really, really surprised with
Agreed.
the amount of support from the fandom. The ratings have been there, so if we don't see a second season, I'll be super shocked.
Agreed.
There's
I
still
agree.
one guy that kind of needs to make an
Dude.
appearance.
I feel that. So they didn't show us Captain Renner, right? Like his face, right, on the hologram.
That's
like,
what I was
alright.
thinking too.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he doesn't quite sound like him either. So I'm like, so they did it for a reason, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm like, so it's either somebody we already saw, in within the show, or it's somebody that we know from just the lore, right? So I'm like, there's still a chance, but man, if they don't make Hondo sound like Hondo, they're gonna have a problem. All right,
I was
they're gonna
about
have
to
a
say,
problem.
like, I'm fine with not seeing him, but if I heard him,
Exactly.
great. But
Yeah.
if I saw him and he's that guy that's talking and that's not Hondo's voice, like,
That's what I'm
cancel
saying.
second season, we're done.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like, I don't know, guys. I really hope you know it's somebody else because that sound's gotta be there. Um, Brother Lauren says you'll struggle with some of the effects, like when the security droids brought Jot down to the mint, and the CGI effects. CGI, yes, exactly. CGI credits falling into Jot's hands look pretty rough. Yes, I agree. And so he makes that like credit, avalanche happen, right? And I don't know if you noticed, but he's down like picking some of them up. Some of them kind of hit his hair, and a couple of them looked kind of like off to me, like it wasn't quite how I would expect it to move if he's like hitting you. It just kind of kept going like straight down. It looked, I don't know. I'll try to find a clip for it, but something stood out to me, and I do agree with that, Lorian.
The one for me was right before when they opened the vault door. You could tell that was like a giant screen.
Yes,
Like it
yes,
looked
yes,
extremely like,
yeah.
okay. Like obviously we're nitpicking a little bit on stuff like that,
We
but
are, but I mean, let's be honest, dude. They spend a lot of money on the
yeah, I'm
show,
about to say
so
if you if you're if your budget's blown by the time you get to those scenes, like maybe you need to rethink some of your shots here because like you want to
agreed.
be fully immersed in everything. And little things like that take you out of it. You're like, what the hell? This
That's the
giant
thing.
fake door.
That's the thing, right? You wouldn't want, for your show to be derailed by something like that, right? By something visual. Because I've said it before the show started. I called it basically saying the one thing we never complain about for the most part are the visuals, right? Pretty much every show that they put out, it looks great. It might not be 100% every single shot, right? But the ships, the worlds, the aliens, they always look good. Um, and normally I don't think I've bumped into stuff like that, but I do agree with this one. Um, One, like you said, it kind of feels late in the game to be having this kind of, uh, uh, little hiccups, right, visually. But two, I'm like, dude, you you've gone over budget on pretty much every show, right? So why not, fix it and make it right? Um, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess, for the last episode.
And
If you notice,
I can forgive some stuff where it's like technology
yeah.
stretched to its limits. Like in the Mandalorian, where it's like when Luke shows up and he reveals his
Hmm.
face, and it's like that's Luke, but it's also
Yes,
computerized. I can tell. Like,
exactly.
but in the moment, you're for a split second, you're like,
Oh,
oh snaps,
heck
and you're
yeah.
like, wait a minute, like, it's not the greatest,
Yeah.
but still, that's stretching the limits of technology. When you're making a door just open
Yeah.
or some like fake money
Yeah,
fall, and you're just like,
exactly.
what the hell is
Yeah.
this? Like, come on,
Yeah.
guys.
And again, I don't know, because I kept thinking about it when the episode was over. I'm like, did Jude Law misstep? Like, did he lean in too much when he wasn't supposed to? Like, but even then, right? You gotta work around that. Special effects are normally added afterwards, right? So why
So
wouldn't
like
you?
that was the stuff they outsourced to India to Bollywood.
when they're like, "Hey man, we got like $1,500 left for special effects. Like, what do we do?" Yeah,
Send it to them; they'll take care of it.
exactly. Yeah, they're pretty creative out there.
Where's the dancing coming from?
Yeah, exactly right. Dude, Tony, bro, come on, man, you gotta stop with that. Appreciate you, brother. Seriously, guys, you are insane. You're insane.
I like to make a request instead of the super chat. If you could just send us some of those cards he's been opening.
Oh, dude, right?
Dude, the dude's killing it with them cards.
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say
He's
he's
got me
been.
doing. Oh man,
Oh,
I'm going to
same.
Targets and
I,
Walmarts and like checking card shops.
I'm like, I can't. That's why, like, most of his card stuff, I don't even watch anymore because I'm like, I cannot jump into
Dude,
it.
he finds some of like the custom art ones, and it's
Yes,
like, oh my god, those are so beautiful. And it's like,
yes.
oh, I don't want to do it. And it's like he's buying them by like the cartons. He's just like,
Exactly. Yeah, he's just like walking out like a baller. I'm like, dude, stop. Um, hey, what's going on? Poder Droids in the house. Gang, gang. Saludos desde Miami. Saludos, hermano. Muchas gracias por unirte. Tony says, dang, it's super chat sitting here. He's like, I left for a little and came back to add.
credits are raining around here.
That it's crazy, dude. That's freaking funny. He's like, I'm have room sales at Rebels Comic Con. I don't care. I'm starting it, dude. Yeah. So it's funny you say that because I'm almost, I don't want to say sure, but I'm pretty certain there's going to be something like that at Rebels Comic Con. Now, the only slight complication to that is that we got several hotels, right? That where people are going to be staying at. But hey, we'll hotel shop. Why not? Like,
Yep.
we'll jump around. Bro Lauren says, but then Luke looked amazing in Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I agree. They really stepped it up for Book of Boba Fett. I mean, say what you want about the show, but again, visually, it was really nice. It was really good.
And the gap from those two scenes, like the leaps and bounds that came about for the technology to boost it that way. And then obviously they put more money into making it, that better of effect. But the fan reaction, obviously, of seeing Luke the first time, we're like, oh, snaps. And then, wait a minute, that's not exactly right. To y'all did a damn good job. I was completely convinced that was Luke. So
yes, very true.
They do put the money in there sometimes.
Yeah. Like I said, but I do agree again with Brother Lorian. Hell yes, it's Brother Lorian. I did bump into it visually, like I said on this episode. But we ended up, with lightsaber drawn in how can I say it, in like a menacing way, right, for the kids, because they're finally reunited with their parents, first of all. And now Jod is like, he threatened to hurt them. Going forward, I mean, I don't know how much, like we said, they can wrap up, in 30 minutes, let's say, of like actual episode. But regardless, we do have only one episode left. So and then after that, we got a little bit of a dry spell. Dry spell until end of April with Andor season 2, which, man, the hype is real. Like, did you see that thing? Like, how much they spent on Andor season 2? It is a lot of money. It's like, it's a big chunk of change.
Well, I mean, just looking at some of the trailer, like the few scenes that we were getting out of the trailer, those are some big sets that they have. Those are not CGI actors in the background. Those are real people. So seeing the scene, or there's like a crowd scene where the troopers are coming down into the crowd, I guess like maybe a protest or something.
Yeah,
that's a big set right there. Like that's some numbers right there. So,
dude, absolutely.
And then going, like, looking at the previous season, like, they had some really great shots. They had some, if you're into like screen accurate prop type stuff, like they had tons of stuff that, like, I think there was a couple of chairs that were like 500 or something bucks that you can buy on like Amazon.
Yeah.
So like, if like there was like 6 of those chairs in the scene, so like that's $500 a piece. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they've got some money in this production here,
bro, for sure. But I mean, what is it? I think they said it's just shy of like 300 mil. That's a big chunk of change.
And I don't. Does that also include promoting it? Like, I
don't think so.
Because I guarantee you I mean, you don't have to promote this like a ton, because I think the fandom's already there behind it. So a few trailers, but guarantee you they're going to start pumping out some stuff here pretty soon. And
absolutely,
it's going to be ad city on it. So
yeah, and that's the thing. You like you mentioned, right? It's one of those projects that the fans are definitely following. They're aware of it and stuff. But just like with Marvel, man, Star Wars does the same thing, right? They still just bombard you with clips, images, posters. I'm like, dude, I get it, but give us like two trailers maybe. Like, you get a
I,
teaser like a year
yeah,
before, and then like a trailer like 3 months before or something like that, and then that's it. Like, you don't
that
gotta be giving
that
me.
previous one, I'm totally happy with that. Like, don't
Yeah,
give me any more of a trailer. You
yeah,
gave me plenty of stuff to chew on,
exactly.
tons of stuff. So I'm watching it like real slow, trying to find little bits and pieces. But
Yeah,
when you give me the whole entire scene, like if they like, here's a trailer for the upcoming Andor, and it's Lars doing another monologue, and it's like even better than the previous one, I'm
I
just gonna
know,
be
right?
like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
You
yeah,
ruined it.
yeah. And so I'm dreading, I'm dreading that period. I'm dreading that like last month, like leading up to it, when they're just like, just
Hammering it. Yeah.
hammering you, like, watch this. I'm like, dude, I'm already gonna watch it. Like, the people that are gonna watch are already gonna watch. Like, they're already aware. You're not gonna catch, strays like that. So I don't know. It's just I don't like it because it's pretty hard to stay away from. First of all, because it's everywhere. Especially with us that we do content creation, we do social media. Like, it's as soon as you open the app, boom, like it's right there, right? Um, and
Well, I've
then
told
like
you before, I'm like, if I see it, I'm instantly
yeah,
like getting out of
exactly,
it. If I go to the
yeah,
movie theaters and it's like a movie that I really want to see and like the
yeah,
trailer pops up, like plug my ears, close my eyes.
yeah,
I've even got up to go
smart,
like to the restroom or
nice,
like just
smart.
walk out of the theater so I don't pay attention to it. Because yeah, man, it's everywhere and it's in
Yeah,
your face and it's tough. It's so tough to stay away from it.
very much so, dude. It's kind of crazy, but uh, we one more episode of Scuds and Crew, then we got about, what is that, 3 months, I would say, of waiting. um we'll see.
It comes out when you're gonna be at Celebration, right?
That following week. So Celebration wraps up on Sunday. It comes out that Tuesday, I think, or that Wednesday. The
So do
following.
you think you're gonna get like
Oh,
an exclusive trailer
dude,
drop?
we better freaking get like a sleepover with Diego Luna to watch like the whole thing, because dang. Um, but and it's funny you say that, but at the same time, it's so close that I don't know how much we'll actually get. They'll probably flat out just show like the first two episodes or something like that. Just because it's like 4 days away from the actual premiere for everybody else, so why not, right? I mean, at that point, but like I said, I want popcorn, I want sake, I want pizza, and like blankets, and matching PJs, and I want Diego sits next to me and tells me all the behind the scenes stuff. um
He
that's
does the hey, check out this scene real quick. Like,
Yeah,
watch this.
exactly. Yeah, it's like, fun fact, when I did this. um so yeah, dude, for sure, we're gonna get something. What I'm saying is, we'll probably get more of like um full on episodes just early, right? That's my thinking. Legacy Nerd says, plus they hired that one guy on YouTube that did a better job. Yes, exactly, right. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, hey, somebody did it better than you, then why not bring him onto the fold? Like, that's the smart thing to do, right? Bro Lauren says, pretty much I can forgive pretty much any visual effect in Star Wars. Just kind of takes me out of a little bit when I notice stuff. I agree. And again, it was a scene that we shouldn't even be like, spending too much time on, right?
That's the layup. Like
And exactly,
the,
right?
the easy basket, and
Yeah,
they messed that one up. Like
yeah.
something that
And
we shouldn't even talk about. Like there's no reason
exactly, I
for us
was
to
gonna
be
say,
stuck on that.
if it would have been like, hey man, that ship looked weird, or did you notice that one side of the ship looked super defined and like rusted, and the other one didn't, like, that would make more sense to me than, bro, like, what was up with his hair, like, kind of stuff.
Or like for me, like going back to the sequels, like seeing them in the theater, it was done really good on some of the visual effects, some of the
Yeah,
fight choreography. Like it was so fast paced. The
Right.
angles of everything straight over my head. I was
Mhm.
just like, oh, Star Wars.
Exactly.
But then when I rewatched it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't look right. And then I
Yeah.
watched it again in slow motion, and it's like, that fight scene was garbage. And it's like, it took me like 3 or 4 times to actually like break it down. But when you're sitting there watching it, and they do a good job of doing it visual like effects to where you don't even notice it,
Right.
bravo.
Right.
But when you have a fandom, obviously we're going to sit down and watch it over and over and
Oh
over.
yeah. Well,
We start picking stuff apart. But when the
yeah.
first time we see it, we're like, what the hell was that? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, when in the first passing you bump it, and again, the problem is that when it kind of takes you out of it a little bit, right? That's what definitely you don't want. So yeah, I agree, bro, Lorian. I don't consider myself like a snob when it comes to like visual effects, but if I bump into it, then it's a problem. Like if it takes me out of the atmosphere of the scene, then it's a problem. Brian says, pinche Mickey Mouse tiene dinero para Andor. Yep, I agree, brother. They got all the money in the world, even though they haven't been doing that hot, in their properties lately. I actually went to see, or we went to see, not just me. We went to see Moana 2. Not great. Not. I even for a 2, even for a sequel. I don't know, man. I don't even remember, like, not the lyrics, but like the tune of any of the songs. Like, at least the first one had a couple of like catchy
ones.
yeah, but this one, bro, was, I got nothing for that one. Like,
So when you watch a movie of any company,
Mhm.
and they set that bar super high, and then they come out with a part 2, do you just automatically drop the bar of your expectations?
Yeah,
Like, it's so hard to capture the lightning in the bottle twice that I think you kind of have to go in there. So I didn't watch it, but my family did, and they even said themselves like, "Yeah, we know it wasn't gonna be as good as the first one," but they're like, it didn't even get close to our lowered
I was gonna
expectations.
say that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, even with my lowered expectations, it still fell, kind of flat. Now, spoilers for all you Moana fans, but I think they're setting up a third one. So I feel they're doing stuff that we've seen for the past, 5-10 years, where the middle episode, or the second, of a three-piece, a trilogy, I mean, they don't really go all out, because they're like, oh, we still got the third one, right? We still got that third one. We got to save some stuff for the third one. I'm like, no, you don't. Because how many sort of like kickoff, franchises we've had, right? That just fell flat from the first one because they were trying to set up 6-7 movies. I'm like, no, man, you gotta go all out. So I feel that happened on this one. But yeah, man, I don't know. I got nothing for that one. Like, not even like the laughs, or, don't get me wrong, there's a couple of good jokes and stuff, but the songs fell flat. The story was like meh. Like, I don't I couldn't really tell you like what actually happened. Like, even the kid was like, yeah, it was right, but
Oh,
that was about it.
speaking of Moana, like at Disney World, they opened up this little section at Epcot. That's
Oh
like
yeah.
the water workings of Moana, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
have, I forget what her name is, but the Green Mountain lady
Mm-hmm.
from the first one.
Tafiti.
She's like this huge like statue thing. You take pictures with her in the background. I was like, man, I could get a good shot here, and I took a picture of it just right when a water shot up on a light, so it looks like she's cradling the little heart thing. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like, that's
dope.
awesome. And so like I was like, that's perfect, for Instagram. And then like in the like background, kind of in the corner, there's a family taking a picture with like an actual Disney professional photographer.
Hmm.
And you have these little wristbands, like you can take pictures and then they'll scan it and it will save to your app.
Right.
And so we're like, well, let's go do that too. And so like we go and we take the picture, they scan our thing, and we go back and we're looking at the picture, and it was the family before us. So we got their pictures plus
Oh,
our
no way.
pictures. So I'm like, oh man, did they not get their pictures? And it
Oh,
happened a couple of
what?
times to where we're like, we rode a ride and we're like looking at the pictures, and it's like, who's
That's
this
not me.
guy? Like, that's not me. And then it's like, scroll to the next one. I was like, well, there I am. I was like, man, I hope they got their pictures, because
Oh, dang, dude, imagine. I would be kind of
But
ticked off, to be honest with you, because
yeah, that stuff ain't cheap. Like if you pay
yeah,
for the package and you don't get your picture, then yeah.
yeah,
Especially
bro.
like if it's your like big family vacation, y'all don't go like that
Exactly.
often. Yeah, like that would be definitely frustrating.
Very much so, man. That's kind of nuts. I never heard of that. That's kind of crazy. Tony says we'll probably get to watch the first 2 episodes of Andor. There you go, with popcorn, with Diego Luna. That's all I'm adding.
I mean, Tony for sure will. I don't know about us.
I mean,
smaller
bro,
folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tony is gonna be up there with them, like in the in the press release and stuff.
Tony's the guy that pushes play and all right, watch this, everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Freaking Tony. I'm not jealous. They're affiliated says they hired the Luke guy. That's awesome for which show? So I think they used him. They didn't use it for Book of Boba Fett. They used him. What did they use him for? Was it Mando? Is that the next production? Actually, you know what? It might have been Ahsoka, I think. Don't quote me on that because I honestly don't remember. Brother Lorian says, yeah, the company that did their own deepfake Luke were brought in before Book of Boba Fett. Is that what it was? They were brought in that fast? All right. Heller says Edson Martinez. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining, man. Saludos, says Jaeger101. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining, bro. Appreciate you, man. Edson says Moana was supposed to be Disney Plus series, but they ended up putting together a movie. That's why it's not as good. Yeah, again, it's really, it's kind of pieced together like that. Like like I said, it's a part 2 of 3 or 4. I don't know. Like it definitely feels like how do you call it? Like, okay, you're meant to watch this one before you watch like the next one. So it's like a setup. Tony says, "Diego's your freaking best friend, Narcos boys." And we're gonna delete that comment. You never saw anything. Nerd Squadron says, "Be careful eating popcorn during Andor season 2. You might send super chats with all the butter."
Slippery fingers. Watch out.
That's hilarious. That's freaking funny. Brolin says, "Well said. Makes you wonder if they catch the lightning again for season 2, like if they made Goonies 2, I don't know, could be a letdown is my guess. Shows being 10, season 2 could be risky." I agree, but let's be honest too. Disney needs all the wins they can get, right? Their track record this last couple of years, not great. So if they perceive this to have been accepted with fans, which in the overall it has been, the ratings seem to be good, and the critic, for the most part, I think it's fine. I wouldn't call it awesome, but it's been fine. I think.
Now, would you say that this is doing as good as it's doing because of the previous show we got?
Yeah.
So let's say if that previous show was a slam dunk, do you think it would have as much success as we're having right now? The way, you know what I mean? Like, is that like the fandom was like
exactly
somewhat there hoping for like a home run, and if it was a home run, followed it up with this one, which is more kiddie based, and it's not. People have said it don't have that true Star Wars feel to it because it's more of a kid friendly, more of like the nostalgic 80 tie-in type stuff. Like, do you think the fans would receive it as well?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 factors that sort of contributed. One, definitely what you said. Acolyte changed our perspective, right? As a fandom, Acolyte, definitely made us.
I didn't want to say the name because I didn't want us to get demonetized.
Yeah, I know, right? Not so fast, but yeah, following up that with a lighter, right, show, I think that's part of it. Also, to be honest with you, what I really think it is too, I'm not gonna say 100%, but I think it does play a part, is that they're kids. They're the main characters are kids, the actors are actual kids, and so I feel that people, and by people I mean audiences, right, kind of take it down, a notch. They're like, they're kids. It's their first. Some of them is their first,
Major acting roles.
Exactly, major acting role. So
Everyone but Evan. Evan was just straight up hate them.
oh yeah. I mean, there's always got to be the good old Evan. Has got to it's got to bring balance to the Force, kind of like Anakin did, in that Jedi Council chambers. But yeah. So I think that plays a part of it. But I do agree with what you said, because I've seen it kind of repeatedly. It's like it doesn't have like that Star Wars, like core to it. If you watch this show and you take out the some of the names and like the lightsaber, for example, it could be any other show, right?
Yep.
So far, at least, it could basically be any other show about any other franchise or new franchise or whatever, right?
It honestly could fall into Guardians. Like if
Yeah,
you took away
yeah,
the
there you go.
lightsaber and mention of like Star Wars stuff,
Exactly.
it could definitely land. And
I
you could have
agree.
been like, oh, we're watching a different planet from one of the Guardians movies.
Exactly. Pretty much. Yeah, it could be a young Peter Quill, story for all I know, right? Like,
What do
it
they
would,
call them? Scrappers?
yeah, what
They
Ravagers,
weren't
I think.
Ravengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like instead of pirates, they're Ravengers. Like
Yeah, exactly.
easy swap.
Yeah, very much so. So now obviously whenever you have kids in space, there's gonna be common themes, right? There's stuff that you gotta just do, right? You gotta just hit. Um but yeah, I think uh Disney did a good job with portraying what the intent of this show was before we got it, right? um because it came from them, right? Saying, hey, we're emulating ET, we're emulating Goonies, we're and so people are like, okay, those were fun, I enjoy those. I see their kids, so I kind of get what they're doing. So I think we were prepped, in that sense. Whereas with the previous show, it was like, hey, first time in this, uh, saga, we're outside of the Skywalkers. This is all new. It's a different period of time. It's gonna be, revolutionizing. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be boom, 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 boom. And then we got what we got, and I mean, it just didn't quite deliver, right? So I think it was that, we're coming off of that into this lighter show. It's the fact that they're kid actors, right? And I think it's the fact that we all sort of curved our expectations a little bit, going
Yeah.
into it. So I kind of feel that mix of factors is kind of why people are like, yeah, you know what? I didn't expect much, and I got a little bit more than I expected, so I call that a win. Um, which is kind of what I think Disney's thinking now. They're like, you know what? Um, we kind of do have to spend the money and get another season because this has been our top rated show or second top rated show, right? So we kind of need to make it happen.
Now, would you be mad or upset if they started their season 2 pushing it into more of a connective tissue into some of the other stuff that's going on?
Well, it's funny you say that because our friend Brother Lauren just brought it up. You'll see that Filoni said some characters from Skeleton Crew will be in his movie. Yep.
I did see that.
Yeah, yeah, and again, it's one of those things that for this show again, they made it seem like it was going to be its own thing, right? Which it has been. They're kind of both inside the show, right? Like in the story, they're secluded. They are sheltered, right? But the show, in our world here, is also kind of, hey, this is a little bit apart. It's still part of this, but we're gonna play on this sandbox for a little bit before we open the floodgates and let them join the bigger sandbox, right? Which I think is always the plan because again, I think they're aware that this doesn't have Star Wars written all over it, right? So they're like, okay, you know what, guys, give us a season to ease you into it. Bring in these new characters. We're gonna make you like them, right? And then, okay, now we're spreading out. Right now, we're gonna have some connective tissue. I honestly think with Star Wars the way it is now, it's kind of unavoidable, right? They've tried sort of like the secluded, approach also with the previous show, and there was just too much going on that we know about, right, at that period, and we're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, so and so's got to be there, so and so is there, and yet he did nothing, and I felt it backfired, right? Like it was just not great. So it makes sense, to be honest. We are playing in the same time period as Mandalorian, right? Um, so why not, right? I mean, Filoni is gearing up for his big sort of like Avengers, gathering, right? So it's gonna start happening. Damn, Evans is Brand. Straight up, Ahsoka and Mando is gonna kick ass. They're gonna be fun for sure. Did you see that thing that they're actually now thinking that Mando season 4 is back on the table? So now they're
Did they
talking
announce
about
it, or did they just
there,
thought?
it was yeah. There's a couple of rumors that I've seen saying that. So initially, it seemed that they had scrubbed season 4 and morphed it into the movie, right? So people were like, okay, are we gonna get a season 4 or not? And it seemed like not at the beginning, but now it seems like we're gonna get the movie. That's very much in the works. But they're actually going back and maybe this time actually doing a season 4 afterwards. So we'll see. I mean, again, they need all the wins, right? They can get.
Yep.
And they feel that Mandalorian is like a safe bet. So
Do
I
you
see
do
them
you
for
think?
sure.
Let's say, do you think the Mandalorian needs Din Djarin to carry on?
I've thought about that. I've thought about it both ways, to be honest. Does Din Djarin need to stay in the Mandalorian, right? Can Din Djarin become the, the like the Hulk of Marvel movies, right? Where he pops out over here with with Ahsoka, he pops out over there with Boba. Never really getting his own full-on story, but you get bits and pieces through the other stories, right? Conversely, we kind of saw them push him out, right, a little bit in this last season,
Yep.
season 3. Some of those episodes were for sure Bo-Katan's, story, right? I like Bo-Katan as a character, but I do agree that that shift was a little bit forced, a little bit maybe not smooth, right?
I'm okay with
So,
giving Boba Fett some redemption here
oh, for
and
sure,
let him come in and kind of do the,
agreed.
because I kind of felt like he was kind of like the Hulk style, because it's
Yeah,
like even in his own show he wasn't predominantly featured.
yeah,
So if we could do some story writing to tie him into where he's helping out Bo-Katan with some stuff, like, there could be some stuff there. But it was kind of like I was feeling that too. Is like the end of season 3. I was like, is he done? Are we gonna see him
yeah,
just retire? And like at the last one, you see him just like take the helmet off and be
right.
like, I'm
Done. Yeah.
what do they call him, a water farmer or vapor farmer?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. Moisture farmer. Yeah,
moisture farmer. Like
yeah,
he's done with
yeah,
the way of Mando.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Because let's be honest, the story left off with Mandalorians reuniting under Bo-Katan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems that at least the overall Mandalorian uh, um, culture or the Mandalorian story is gonna kind of go that way, right? So Dane might just be adjacent to that, but not really taking front and center anymore. So that's where we might see the split off, right? It's like, hey, the Mandalorian show is gonna keep on with the main Mandalorian story, right? For all Mandalorians, right? Like where are the clans going, like that stuff. Din, however, will go have fun over here and over here and over here. So I don't know. I can see that happening. And again, we'll see more of Din for sure, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
again, it's one of those things that Disney's like, no, you know what? This is my guy. This is my my workhorse. Like I gotta I gotta use him as much as I can because
He's the
nothing else.
Wolverine of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like
he's gonna be doing
anything.
this
Well,
till
I
he's
take it back.
90.
Not Wolverine. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh
It's
Jackman, yeah,
yeah. Like Like if you saw the movie, he's like, they've got you forever. Like
You got your forever. Gonna be doing this till you're 90.
90. Yep. And the best thing
That's
about
funny.
Din Djarin too is it's a costume. Like,
Dude, we didn't see him last season, like at all. We did not
and
see him.
we
We
met
heard him, but
3
Mhm.
actors who had the suit on.
Yeah.
So it can really be anybody underneath that,
Yeah.
and then you just need
Very
somebody to
much
sound
so. Yeah,
the modified voice modulator. That's all you need. And
agreed. Yeah. So Brother Lauren says, Disney, give us a Raven movie already with Keanu, of course. Dude, did you see that thing where Keanu is like, I don't know if my knees can take another John Wick? He's like, my heart says yes, but my knee says hell no. And so I'm like, no, please don't tell me that.
if they came to him in like the next 10 years, within the next 10 years, and said, will you do it? I think he knows the fans would go
Yeah.
ape shit over it. So, and not only just, for the obvious huge paycheck it's going to be, but the service to the fandom.
Yeah.
I think he would do it, even if it were like he's just popping pain pills the whole time just to get through it.
Yeah. But, the good thing about Revan is what you said, it's a mask.
It's a mask.
You get some nice, scenes with him before that. Maybe the last one, when he takes it off, he's gone. You can put whatever stunt worker you want in there, and
We know plenty of stunt workers too. We've met
absolutely.
quite a bit of them.
Yeah, quite a few of them can pull that off. Nerd Squadron says we need Boba to be in the Mando movie and drop another. Yes, exactly. That needs to happen. You know what? Just have him do that. Whenever the Slave One comes into shot, seismic charge, boom, and then he pops off, and that's it. Second that, says Bro Lauren. Okay, we've rambled here quite a bit, guys. What an episode of The High Ground. Yeah, guys, I know I've said it like literally 127 times this episode, but thank you Bunker Bunch, thank you for all the support, thank you for getting us to hit that milestone. Thank you to everybody that sent again, I don't even know what they're called, super chat, super stickers, super whatever, all throughout the show. You guys are insane, dude. We got 20 of them. It is nuts. That's just freaking insane. So thank you again. Really appreciate Joel. And I don't know. I as I mentioned before, we got some fun stuff lined up. Next week, just a reminder, next week we're gonna have Nilda and Tiara join us here in the bunker because they're gonna be talking about their experience this weekend at Fan Expo New Orleans. Where they're gonna be hosting panel. They're gonna be out there, kicking names and taking butt. So it's gonna be super fun. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Again, that's tentatively should be next Wednesday. I will definitely let you guys. Dude, seriously, stop. Let me end the stream, bro. Seriously. Oh my god. Great stream, says Nerd Affiliated and the Nerd Squadron going for the 21st. Man, that's crazy. You're so 21st, 21, just like Jeff's new age, because he was his birthday yesterday. You're crazy, dude. Seriously, thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be working on shows. We're gonna be, like we said, attending conventions, bringing coverage, to different events, and so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun year. And dude, seriously,
I saw it pop up, man. Thank you.
Oh my god, Brian, man, good night, my friends. Good night, brother. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you. And yeah, 22 says Nerd Squadron, happy birthday to Jeff. Absolutely. Okay, let me wrap up because this is getting crazy. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of fun things here in the bunker. Mike and I were working on some different things. We're always wanting to bring you, the best content that we can, and we always are wanting to have fun, doing so. So we appreciate all the support you guys have shown us. No, come on, seriously. Let me get through a dang sentence, guys. You guys are nuts. Stop it.
Don't tell my wife.
That's hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. And yeah, no, I'm erasing this, dude. 23, dude. You're crazy. You guys are nuts. You guys are absolutely nuts. Please stop. Super grateful, seriously, guys. Super grateful. Again, it's a bit of a badge of honor, if I can call it that, to the effort that we put in, creating the content, keeping up, with uh, um, the videos and the community and stuff like that. So it's a nice to have. Again, it's never been the main goal. I think everybody here pretty much knows that. But I'll be lying if I'd say it's not something cool to have on your channel. So once again, we really appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who got us over that last push, literally at the end of the year, which was crazy. What a way to start 2025, of course. More to come, go watch Skeleton Crew. It's about to wrap up, so you can catch up and then just watch the last episode. And then we'll talk about it here, of course, in the bunker. And again, we're going to have some cool guests, going forward in the year. We're going to be doing a lot of conventions, coverage and things like that. We got a couple of projects, that we're working on here in the background that hopefully they bear fruit, and it's going to be some fun stuff too. But yeah, once again, thank you so much to everybody here, everybody that's watching the replay too. You are also part of the Bunker Bunch. And so check us out over on social media. Thank you. And may the force be with you. Love y'all. Take care.